The stakes are so high. The debate is going to be
I thought we were going to try to
have the conversation.
Hi, I'm Todd Purdom.
And I'm Dee Dee Myers.
Welcome to another edition of Capital Conversation, where we discuss the ins and outs and ups and downs, and apparently now today the new lows of the presidential race. What's going on?
Well, over the weekend, the New York Times ran a story about Senator Obama's relationship with a man named William Ayers, who in the 60s was part of the Weather Underground and was involved in some domestic bombings and terrorist attacks. Although Obama doesn't know this man particularly well, he does know him, and the McCain campaign has chosen to make this a character issue.
They had some associations to Chicago politics. Obama was in his house at an early fundraiser. Sarah Palin said that means he's palling around with terrorists, is not like you and me. So the Obama campaign has now come back dredging up John McCain's old involvement in the Keating 5 scandal, the savings and loan bailout of the 80s, when he got in trouble with a developer in Phoenix, a savings and loan owner who had spent a lot of money on his campaigns and so forth. Is this really relevant to what the American public is facing in the middle of this economic crisis?
Well, I think it's interesting. I think the Obama campaign strategy is twofold. One, they let it be known that if the McCain campaign wanted to get down in the mud, they had this whole Keating association ready to go. And interestingly, the timing, I think, makes the Keating scandal more relevant
because of the current financial.
Right, because what the Keating scandal was involved with the whole savings and loan collapse that cost a lot of shareholders or depositors a lot of their money. A lot of people lost their retirement savings and things like that because of lax regulation. And so not only is this a kind of a seedy association on McCain's part, it's connected to the same philosophy that's gotten us into this current financial mess, according to the Obama campaign.
Now, the campaign has taken this negative turn for a reason. Barack Obama has developed a pretty clear lead in all the polls.
Right.
In the battleground states, he's leading. He's got momentum on his side. The latest count of the electoral map by NBC this morning shows him with really a 100-vote electoral vote lead over McCain.
And very nearly
within
270,
four votes of the magic number. Right. So, and the McCain campaign itself is quoted anonymously and all over the press as saying they have only one thing left to do, and that is try to take Obama down because otherwise they'll lose.
And it is an interesting question. Why are they telegraphing that this is the only play they have left in their playbook?
All this back and forth has kind of quickly crowded out what was the big news just a few days ago. That's the Sarah Palin-Joe Biden debate. What do we make of the fallout from all that? She's obviously been unleashed now. She's back on the trail.
She is, and interestingly, she has been the primary attack dog on these domestic terrorist associations that they've been trying to paint Obama with. She's more than survived that debate. I think she rehabilitated herself, certainly among Republicans who were holding their breath up to and throughout part of that debate. It's people in the middle, undecided voters, independent voters, little less favorable opinion of her debate, but without question, she more than survived that debate. She was confident, she was in command, she didn't have as much depth of substance as Senator Biden did, but the question is, do voters really care?
Tomorrow night in Nashville, when McCain and Obama meet for the second time, do you think the gloves are going to come off?
I think this second debate is unique in that it's the only one that's a town hall format. And so you're sitting there with an audience, a selected audience of about, 100 people.
Usually divided between supporters of each.
Or
undecided or
right.
independent.
But the problem is you're sitting there with a bunch of people, human beings, who are asking you the questions. It's very hard to get too negative in a forum like that. So I would not look for McCain to come in there loaded for bear and really try to take Obama down. Politicians are too uncomfortable doing that in front of a room full of voters who are asking them about Social Security and Medicare.
Well, the last time they met, McCain wouldn't even look at Obama, as if by looking at him he was afraid he would get so angry that he would say something he regretted.
Right, and it'll be interesting to see if he tempers his body language in this second debate in light of that, because I think, oddly, that hurt him. Much more than people suspected in the immediate hours after that debate. People commented on it, but I think it's had a lasting effect.
Both of the debates so far have kind of gotten praise as being interesting encounters, but they don't seem to have changed the shape of the race.
Right.
McCain could have stopped Obama cold in the first debate if he'd had an outstanding performance, and Biden could have stopped Sarah Palin cold if she'd crumbled. Neither thing happened.
But I do think, it's hard to point to a particular event as a turning point, but I think the first McCain-Obama debate was important for Obama in that he passed, for many viewers, the commander-in-chief test. He didn't have to prove himself a better commander-in-chief than John McCain, just a credible one. I think he made some real progress toward that in that first debate, and we'll see how the second one, which is going to be it's going to be a mix of foreign and domestic policy, but with voters asking the question, I suspect we'll get a little more domestic than foreign.
Well, you've always thought all year long that Obama's electoral chances, either he would win big or he would lose big. It's not like he's going to win by a whisker. Do you think that's still true? Do you think Obama could really put this away by the end of the month?
I think it won't be a popular vote blowout exactly, but it could easily be an electoral vote blowout. There are depending on who you ask, 6 or 8 or 10 states that are in play, that are the swing states. And those are all states that President Bush won in 2004. These are all red states. There are no, as of today, and this could easily change, there are no blue states. There's no states that John Kerry won in 2004 that are in the toss-up column. And I think that suggests that, again, everything could change through some intervening event, some international intervention or something. But if the election was held today, Obama could very well win half of those toss-up states and win with more than 300 electoral votes.
But stick around next week because we're sure there'll be more developments and there'll be more Capitol conversation.
We'll catch you right here at vanityfair.com. Thanks for watching.